this. Unbelievable. I'm headed to Larpool Viaduct today, back in Whitby. Look at that. Look at how huge it is. This is mostly a bike path these days. It used to be a single rail train or whatever. One train could pass at a time. Let's take a look over here. You can take a look down into the river below. There's not much water in it. So let's see if I can see from this other side. One of the things I can't understand about this is that they nationalized this, and a lot of these viaducts, you see them, they got like weeds and stuff growing on them, there's dirt. So I'm gonna try and get down there. I made it somehow. So here we are. See if they're gonna chase me out. There it is. There it is, we're up there. Way up there. I should get myself from this view. Yeah, see, that's the icon. I'll probably. That was fun. That was good. You know, I walked back to Whitby, and I had me some, again, some fish and chips, but this time I had some mushy peas. Wow, I loved it here today. I got to see the viaduct. I almost killed myself going down that decline to go see it, but I got to do that video, took some pictures of it. Here, look at these waves. Do some real boogie boarding. Hello everyone. Just a few more days left in England before I head back to the States. I'm headed to Larpool Viaduct today, back in Whitby. That's where the abbey that Dracula ran up when he was in the form of a dog. Headed back there. So I love that place. The beaches are pretty cool. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can get across that viaduct. Last time I couldn't do it, and I was taking a look at stuff on Google Maps, and what I saw was kind of difficult to get there. It's off the beaten path, so rather. So let's see if we can do it. Back in Whitby. Boy, this is oh boy, my cane isn't working too well that I bought. but back here in Whitby, I'm headed to the viaduct. It shouldn't be too far. It's along a path. I saw it on the bus as I was coming up here. It's kind of a rugged path, so I'm gonna have to figure out see how well I trek there. The problem that I'm having today is that I think I can get onto the viaduct. The viaduct is just an old railroad bridge that spans the valley here. What I want to see is, I want to see it from the bottom, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to try and figure out a way to get down, but if not, at least I'll have an awesome view of Whitby from the viaduct itself. So it's just a walkway right now. So, and I know that you can ride your bike along this path that runs along the coast here. So that's what I'm going to do. I kind of planned this out last minute last night, getting all this information. I find that if I plan carefully, and I kind of did this time, more or less did this time, that I should be able to do it. I have 4 hours in Whitby, and then I have to make it back to Darlington, hopefully by 5 o'clock, so I can maybe grab some enchiladas. Well, I came upon this. It's not the viaduct, it's a viaduct. So it's not Larpool Viaduct. You can see it up there. It's got some plants and stuff on the top there. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know it was there. It doesn't look like you can get on it because it's all got it fenced off, I guess, up there. It's got a fence. Looks pretty cool. It's not going to be as impressive as the other one, though, I don't think. But we shall see. We shall see. I mean, I'll show you again. Look at it. It's just, this looks so cool. And let me show you in front of me. Again, those tunnels of green. It's right here. Used to be a rail line that comes through here. I think I can show you at least a little bit from the side. It's going to be a bit dangerous, I think. They got these kind of little paths I think that you can go down. I'm going to try and make my way down one of these little paths here, but I do want to show you either from here or from the other side. But look at this. Look at this, Quicks. Look at that. Look at how huge it is. I don't know if you can see that. Zoom in a little bit. This is a huge viaduct. It rises from the river all the way up here to the top, and you have a beautiful view of the town and the rolling countryside to the west of it. But I'm going to make every attempt to get down there. I don't know if I will, but at least we'll have the view from the top. But this is pretty impressive so far. I'm liking it. I think there may be a way down here. Doesn't look too difficult, and I'm going to go ahead and try and get down there. We'll see. Even though I have that bum knee again, I always talk about that, but I brought my cane with me this time around. I don't know if it's going to be a help or a hindrance, but let's take a look. Let's take a look from up here. Over there is the better view of the town, but there's no step up like here. See, there's like a step up. And this is mostly a bike path these days. It used to be a single rail train or whatever. One train could pass at a time along this viaduct. And the viaduct it's not. You have aqueducts and viaducts, and the aqueducts is where you would have a continuation of a canal. So this would be filled with water if it were an aqueduct, and those do exist in England, and I have not seen one yet, but they do exist. But this one here was just for a train, and this one was opened up in 1885, and it ran for about 80 years until 1967 or so 82 years, something like that, when it was closed down, when the rail lines were nationalized. Let's take a look over here. You can take a look down into the river below. There's not much water in it right now. That's odd because it's springtime. I figured you have that spring runoff or whatever, and you have these places down at the bottom of these hotels and stuff, and they seem to own the land down there, so they have kind of a monopoly on who gets to see what from it. So let's see if I can see from this other side here. There's more of a river proper there. And again, I don't know. I'm going to try and get down there. There's a path down there. I don't know if they let you in. It might be difficult, but I would like to see it. But anyhow, you can get a great view. And that's not Whitby over there. That's kind of to the east of Whitby, and it's just this valley. And again, all of these rolling hills, and over that way are the Yorkshire moors, or the North York moors, not the Yorkshire. I keep getting that wrong. The North York moors. Again, it's like a kind of like a highland desert kind of thing. I never got a chance to go up there, but I would like to. I may come back to England. I'm kind of looking at some of my options of coming back in mid-August. And we're looking down here. I don't know if the river comes up this high. I mean, not the river. I'm sorry, the tide, because you have some boats down there. If you can see it, let me see if I can zoom in. I have a boat there. Right? It's just kind of sitting there, and you see that a lot nearer the coast, and we're not too far from the coast. Whitby is over there. You cannot see it from here. I found that to be interesting. But well, we're right. We're I don't know how many feet above the river right now, just way up high. And this, again, it just kind of gives you a level walk from one end of the valley to the other. This is back in the day. What I can't understand, one of the things I can't understand about this is that they nationalized this, and a lot of these viaducts, you see them, they got like weeds and stuff growing on them, there's dirt and stuff on them, but apparently when the rail lines were nationalized, they closed down a lot of these viaducts, and it seems like a whole lot of work these well built out of, you know, this one, especially because it was close to the sea. It was built mostly of cement and stone and those sorts of things. So they wanted to rot away because the steel would just kind of get torn away by the elements, by the sea, I guess, the seawater and the sea storms and all that. So it just kind of closed them down. It just seems, I don't know, it just seems like a waste. Yeah, well, I guess now it's a very, very expensive bikeway because that's what it's used for. There's a bike path that runs along the coast here. That's how I found out that I could actually come up on the viaduct itself. I wanted two things. I wanted to see the viaduct from below, and I wanted to walk across it. So far, I've got 1.5 of those things done. Kind of saw it from the side there so we could see how high up we are. But let's see if we can see it from the bottom part. Maybe there's a path over here on the other side that is not as steep as the other path was, because that one looked kind of steep, and I'm really risking a lot here to you know, to come up and or to go down and try and see it from the bottom perspective. But apparently a lot of people have the same plan as I do, because you can see all of these paths. Here's another one. Jesus, this one doesn't look as steep. You know what? This one looks almost doable, and I may just do it. All right, let's roll it around, show you. So I'm going to try and get down there, folks, because I think I can do it. But I'm going to have to concentrate on this. So I'm going to put all of my stuff down. I'm going to put the camera away, and it's my little bag here, and my walking stick, and see if I can't get down there. It's not that far, and I think it'd be worth it. I mean, who knows? Somebody get mad at me for doing this. All right, enough dilly-dallying. I'll speak to you guys if and when I get down there. I made it. I made it somehow. So here we are. Let's see if they're going to chase me out. There it is. Wow, it's huge. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I kind of fought my way down that hill. I don't know if you can see it or not, but my hands were dirty from it because I slipped, nearly fell. It's about as dumb a thing as I've ever done, I think, in a long time. Climbing up that steep ravine, right, just to get a picture of this. But I think, folks, can I get any closer? I might be able to get a little bit closer, but man, I'm lucky I didn't hurt my knee. It was a rough trip down. Got some dirt on my knuckles there. I think this hand got the worst of it. Jesus, it's so impressive. This is a private road, so that's why I keep kind of like whispering like they can't hear me and they can see me, right? And I think these are all private homes. This is a private road. So I just wanted to get down to see it. There is a picnic area that I saw when I was researching this, and that's where we're coming up to now. But I think it's private residence, so I'm gonna rush on there, do a video. I'll show you now. So this is the kind of the picnic area. And this is the kind of the private residences there. And there it is. Unbelievable. Damn, I can't believe I did this. Looks like an old pier that used to be here. There it is. We were up there, way up there. Damn. All that work all that work just to throw it away. And it looks like it works pretty well. It was made to last, like the arches like the Romans used to make. And some of those Roman bridges are still here. I remember reading a story about a Roman bridge built in Rome, and it was commissioned by the government, I believe, and the government said, look, we don't think that you're all that good a bridge builder, so we're not going to pay you. We want to make sure it lasts. So they paid them 20 years later. They could have paid them 1,000 years later, because that bridge is still there. At least that's what I remember reading. This one looks like it's made of the same stuff. It's 100 years old. Doesn't look any worse for the wear. I should get myself from this view. Yeah, see, that's the icon I'll probably use. That's that'll work. The avatar, whatever it is. The icon. I am glad I did this, but I better get myself out of here before I get thrown out. I came to see it, I've done it, and I want to spend some time alone just staring at it for a while. All right, I'll see you at the top. I'm gonna go get some fish and chips because I want those same fish and chips again. I'm just so hungry. Maybe I'll try something else, who knows, but for now, I'm gonna take a picture of it, stare at it, breathe it in, and then head on back home. I made it back to the top here. Crazy, that was fun. It was good. I'm never been the adventurous type, but man, I'm gonna have to spend some time up here, just staying up here. I got to the top of the viaduct here, and let me show you something I didn't notice as I was coming over. But the last time we were here, we were at Whitby Abbey, which is right there. You see it? It just dominates. It just dominates the town from that rise above the sea there. The Abbey mentioned in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but here's the viaduct. I mean, here's just goes in the opposite direction. Right? I should kind of go in the center here. There are just dog walkers and stuff. Seen a few bikers and all that, but man, I was really tempting fate there. I really shouldn't have gone down that little slope. I'm not going to do as much of that anymore. But I wanted to see a viaduct. This is the closest one. I mapped out other viaducts, and they just didn't. I just was taking too much of a risk, I think. So late in the stage here, because I'm leaving back to the States at the end of the week in a few days, and I don't want to really hurt anything, which is dumb because that's what I almost did today. Kind of trying to come out and see what's what. Just really taking these beautiful views. I think this may be a dale. I think a smaller valley would be a glen, but this is a dale. That's what the British call a valley. It is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And the wind is blowing, and I've got to keep my hat on because this is the hat I bought in New York. It's the hat I bought in New York. It's got my pins on it. I don't know if you can see those. It's got my York pins, I think it's Yorkshire, Minster pin on it. So trying to keep all those there. It cost me £3.50. That's $5 for the pins there. These last few days I was really trying to figure out what to do while I was here, and I know that I'd come to see the Abbey last week or a couple of weeks ago, and I was really wanting to see this viaduct right here, and I just didn't think I was going to have enough time on that day. I didn't. There's a beach that I want to head out to now, maybe grab again some fish and chips or whatever I see out there that really looks good, but right now I could really use some fish and chips, and then I'm going to go walk on that beach again. I don't know if I'll ever come back to Whitby. I love this place. And the last time I was here, it was packed with tourists. And what I understand about those tourists is that it was the day off of school. So all the parents were taking their kids out there to see the Abbey, and they were acting like kids. There's a little, I don't know if I may have taken a picture or something, or I don't know if I showed it in the other video, but there's a kind of an outline, like a crypt for a young person that's there. They're all lying in it. I mean, they were there. It was pretty cool. But anyhow, a little bit closer to that abbey now. So this time around, I'm hoping that it's not quite as crazy as it was last week. Again, there's the abbey. Let's zoom in. There it is. I know I keep showing it and you've already seen it, but it is just so impressive. It's so cool. I'm showing my ugly mug up close. So I think I don't want to get in these walkers' way. These folks are just walking across, whatever. But I'm gonna walk back again without recording and just look over. Oh, look! Let me show you. Oops. I just want to turn. Oh no! There we go. There's a little path there. Now there's no way in hell that I would have been able to make it down there. That other path that I went down was, you can see that was one of the cottages, or I don't think they're cottages, they're like, it's like a hotel or whatever, that I went down to. Again, it was dangerous. Probably shouldn't have done it. But no. Kind of doing a little filler now. I just know what to tell you other than I love this place, and I'm gonna miss it so much. Every time I look at the countryside and everything, I'm like, wow. I should have done this when I was younger, but enough of that. Enough whining, right? I'm doing it now. I'm young enough to enjoy it too. So, all right, folks. Enough for now. I'll see you maybe in the town, or maybe I'll just cut off the video here. You'll see. You'll know. Well, folks, I walked back to Whitby, and I had me some, again, some fish and chips, but this time I had some mushy peas. I will say this about mushy peas. Probably wouldn't order them again. I'm sure some people like them, although I did taste them along with the fish. It kind of tastes okay if you eat them both together. Kind of put your mushy peas on top of the fish, especially if it's fresh out of the grease. And boy, this fish and the chips, which are French fries, of course, were just dripping with grease. It was so good. Not the mushy peas, but the rest was really, really good. But anyhow, I am here at the beach. I just have to see the beach again and again, right? And as you can see behind me over here, as you can see it, wow, the tide's coming in. So let me turn this around. If you look up the coast there, up the beach there, that beach was what I walked up, but it's all underwater now. The water just came up. It's so cool. It's like man, so awesome. I've never seen a tide come in before. I think I walked along this beach like a week and a half ago when I went up to see Whitby Abbey. But wow, it's cool. It's awesome. It's different than any of the other beaches that I've been to. Different than the beaches in Portugal. Different than the beaches in the United States, and different than the beaches in Budva and Montenegro. But I really like this. Even though it's kind of cold, I mean, it's June, I think, what is it, 11th, 10th? Wow, I loved it here today. I got to see the viaduct. I almost killed myself going down that decline to go see it, but I got to that video, took some pictures of it, and I'm here witnessing, look at these waves. Look how big they are. We can do some real boogie boarding over there, looking for all these rocks over here. I love England. It's going to be sad to leave it, but I will come back. If I'm still alive in another year, I'll be back, maybe even before then. So long from Whitby. Maybe one more trip, we'll see. Bye-bye.